Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Academy, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition and D20 Modern actual play podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Riku, here with you again on this wonderful journey. As always, you can find me here on the Vibe Tribe on a couple other shows like Friday Night Fights and Furusato. You can also find me on social media as Pup Riku or Puppy Riku. Search for either, you'll probably find me. But this all ain't all about me, because this wonderful world that I'm creating would be nothing without the wonderful compatriots I have with me today. We're actually going to go in reverse order on my screen. So let's go around the table, introduce yourselves again, name, who you're playing, and where folks can find you. We're going to get started with Dylan.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Sixes. So happy to be here. Tonight I will be playing your favorite gunslinger, Mr. Bang himself, Wyatt Luckbringer II. Wyatt's a gunslinger with the fighter background. Very excited to be here. You can find me at Roll6s on Twitter, and let's go.
Was muted. And next up, we have Josh.
Hello, everybody. It is I, Josh, aka MG Preacher. Tonight, I will be playing the party's ranger, 812, by the name of Thorgmir Zeinhorn. Thorgmir is a forest ranger, so he wouldn't be complete without his canine companion, Leonidas. If you wish, you could follow me on Instagram at MGPreacherMan, or you could go over on TikTok and follow me at MGPreacher.
Sick. Next up, we have Adolfo.
Buenas noches, mis programas. I am Adolfo the Nerdy Puerto Rican, and I am here to play some Dungeons & Dragons, but on the D&D Vibe Tribe, you can find me in some other games like Friday Night Fights and Sato, a Legend of the Five Rings play podcast. But here, ja, guten Nacht, mein Herr. Und in this game, I will be playing Dagny Huta Crypta, the resident, very calm necromancer. Yeah.
I missed you so much. All right, next up, we have someone else that I've missed a lot from these games, Minnie.
What's up? I'm back. It's your boy, Minnie Moss 2218, back here in the Academy playing the questionably drunk human warlock Rashmi. You guys can also catch me on the Vibe Tie playing on Friday Night Fights. I can't really say what's going on over there. It's crazy, but here it's also crazy because I'm playing Rashmi, so you know.
Y'all, Minnie causing some shit on some of these other shows. All right, and finally, the Mad Lad himself, the king of the tribe. My brain is exploding right now. I can't really think of any other adjectives, but Mikey!
Wow, so we're throwing king onto that mix. Okay, hello everyone. This is Mikey, the founder and proprietor of Vibe Tribe Productions. I'm excited to be here. You can follow me on my personal social medias at Pop Culture Geek, but I also recommend that you follow all of us here collectively at the now renamed Vibe Tribe Productions. And you may want to stick to those because we may have a couple announcements coming shortly. And plus, you just want to give us a follow to support some amazing creators and the things we do. But I am on the player side for this, so this is going to be a lot of fun. And I am here playing Vrada, your Path of the Totem barbarian who has a passion for fashion, though he's not a brat stall.
No, but you're a brat in other ways. Kidding, you did it.
We just came back and you already roasted him.
Listen, I've had a day, so I am ready to play some D&D.
Oh, no.
I can't remember this.
Oh my goodness. I've given Chris enough shit, so he's allowed.
Oh, trust me, the random messages I'll get during the day about random shows, whether it's this season, whether it's other announcements that will be coming soon. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. No, and as Mikey said, we have a lot of stuff coming up for y'all as we wrap up this first season of the Vibe Tribe. So keep an eye out on our socials for new information as it comes out. Because let me tell you, we have some really awesome stuff prepared for season 2. So keep an eye out, keep an ear out, and we'll see you then as well. But for now, let's get back into the Academy. Now, as a quick recap, the party was meant to go first after rewind. After investigating the convenience store, the party went outside to investigate the alleyway where they ran into Maru Nightmare, a seemingly magic user who has a sentient motorcycle and also wants the head of the leader of the slums because he's his ex. He's her ex. Tasked with that little request, they met her and then proceeded to go talk to a few other people. They've went back to the weapons dealer, found out about the stolen jade sword, and then we're going to go to meet the mafia. However, we're distracted by a lot of screaming out in the night market, where they were attacked by what seemed like a whole bunch of shock lizards, which they were able to dispose of pretty well, gaining themselves some good insight to these monsters, as well as some really great supplies for a lava lamp later. Afterward, they were challenged by the Sleeping Samurai to find them. And after a little bit of poking and prodding, the team accepted this challenge to find the identity of the Sleeping Samurai before the end of the rainfall that they've been waiting for in 3 days. If they don't, there's going to be a lot of blood on their hands. In the meantime, Rashmi found his way, after making his way around town, into the slums, and actually met a few of the folks over in the slums, Dee and Lai. Hung out with them, watched them have a few drinks, and chatted about the area, where he seemingly was separated from the group. He also received the challenge the same time as everybody else. But we will return everybody together at breakfast in the hotel the next morning. Ramon, Dagny, Thorgmir, Wyatt, as well as Alex and Edgar, who, by the way, could not make it today. Alex might be joining us later, but Edgar could not make it. The 6 of you are sitting around getting ready to start breakfast when Rashmi comes down and joins you.
I know it's before 10 o'clock, but if I hear a word from any one of you, I will stab you with a butter knife.
Mein Freund Rashmi, where have you been? We were out the other night and with the lizards and
Is that what that light show was?
yeah, it was very.
Oh, dude, I was playing cards with a couple drunk dudes in the slums.
Oh, you have made it to the slums. Oh,
I
nice.
did. I met these 2 dudes out there. They're fucking dope. I can get into the slums, and I need to go over there in a little bit because they're gonna bring me to Brick.
So I have ein question. Will they
I
be
don't know what that means, but all right.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Will they be upset if we kill this person that we have to take the head of? Yeah, that is my question.
You have to do who and the what now? What?
Yeah, I should probably fill you in. So Ramon proceeds to fill in Rashmi of the party sides of things. We met Maru, the motorcycle chick, and explained the relationship between Brick and Maru and what Maru had asked for us. She's willing to give us our help, but we have to take out Brick indefinitely in the process. And so that's pretty much the gist of that.
Yeah, that actually helps. Long story short, I need to kill that motherfucker too for completely unrelated reason I don't need to get into. But he needs to die on my end too. Yeah. And I already got it in, so we're good to go.
Yeah, but my friends, if we forget, we also need to meet the mafia people as well. Yeah.
There's mafia people.
Oh yeah.
Remind me to never leave you guys alone again.
No, it was fine. No, it was fine. Yeah, no. But these mafia's people, we need to make sure that we find them in their secret hangout. Yeah.
Secret mafia.
See,
We need to find secret mafia. We need to find a secret mafia hangout.
Yeah. But we have the directions. Yeah, I believe we have the directions. To which Dagny kind of looks around at everyone with his hands out.
It's not. Never mind.
You are hanging out at the table, discussing this. You see some of the bus people cleaning up and such. And one of them is putting newspapers on each of the tables. He comes by and, without a word, just leaves a newspaper in front of you all and continues on his way. When you look at the newspaper, very front page, it says Sleeping Samurai. Sorry, random tourist challenged by Sleeping Samurai, and on it is a security cam footage from one of the buildings of the 6 of you that were there, all looking up at the video board that had the Sleeping Samurai logo on it.
Y'all got that message too on your phones?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It wasn't
Yeah.
the only one. I only said yes because he called me a dog.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is something else. Yeah. That we have been challenged by this sleeping Sam. Yeah. How he can challenge anyone while he is sleeping, I do not know.
He sounds like a K-pop band, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like a K-pop boy band. That's what he sounds like. So I ain't too worried about it.
But
Actually,
according
not
to
my bad. I apologize. J-pop, not K-pop. Two different.
it could be Q-pop for all I care. Yeah. What I know is that I do not know. But we are on a very tight time schedule, my friends. So perhaps we should figure out who and what and where and when.
I feel like we should take care of this brick thing first, and then we go from there.
All right.
Any
So,
other ideas?
So before you go on, just to let you know how these next 3 in-game days are going to work. Each day will begin with a breakfast, which will be like how you are right now, deciding on what to do for the day. You'll have 3 slots to go investigate, and then at night you'll gather at the diner to gather all your information, cross-check notes before going to bed. So that's how the flow of these days are going to go. You'll also have the midnight overnight hours, but we'll get to that when we get to that, if you would like to use them. Where do you want to go first? Or go ahead and talk about your plans on what you're thinking today.
If we are going to go and behead this brick, then perhaps we should somehow make a planning of beheading brick,
Just go over to cut his head off. I like that idea.
Yeah, that is usually how you behead someone,
That's exactly how we're going to do it. That's the plan. Let's cut his head off.
Unless Frund Wyatt puts a bullet in his head,
No, we need to cut his head off. Don't touch his brain. I want the brain.
You can still cut the head off even after it gets shot.
I don't want his brain to
It's just
be
gonna be.
mushy.
You want a pristine trophy.
Yes. There's no reason.
That's
Just
fair.
yes.
and Frund...
But I'm sorry, Jamie. Go ahead.
No, by all means, please, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that if we take care of this brick character, it could actually help us in dealing with the mafia. Like maybe they might notice us some more, and they might be more forthcoming and telling us where they're, in air quotes I do, hideout.
Though, has not that mafia meeting, have we not gotten tickets to that or something to that effect,
You received essentially a card that will gain you entrance. Yeah. So truly you can go at any time during these 3 sessions. That card will get you in.
Dagny, did you just say tickets to a mafia meeting? Is this like a sporting event or something? Why do we need tickets?
Could be.
Because this is a very VIP affair, you can't just walk in right off the street. Nice.
You're right, but
That is
they don't
not-
give you
that is
like
not how
tickets
that
that you can
works.
purchase.
But if you're self-respecting and want to be very of the fancy, then you make
They
the
give
tickets.
you like a word.
It's a very nice ticket, actually. It does not
Can I
look
see
like
this
it came
ticket?
from Staples. And Dagny will produce the ticket for Rashmi and hand it over to him.
That's a card.
Nine. That is good card stock. Yeah, that isn't Staples.
Right, because they have
Yeah.
money because they're the mafia. But it's
Yeah.
not
From the finest trees. Yeah.
By the way, in this world, Staples didn't survive Office Max.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that is not Office Max stationery. Nine. That is good stationery right there. Yeah.
You're adorable, Dagny.
Dagny just does his smile, and then he turns to everyone. and is
Also
like,
eerily creepy.
Yeah. I get that quite a bit. So, are we going to take someone's head?
So it seems okay. So let me see if I got my facts straight. So we're gonna go potentially take someone's head off right now, and then later tonight we're gonna go meet the mafia. Is that what I'm hearing?
I read it in a history
They
book.
quite
This
literally
sounds like we're
woke
like.
up and chose violence.
I
Oh, it is.
mean, to be honest, I read this in a history book once. We sound like those old Mexican cartels.
Aren't they a current thing?
I don't know if they're currently in this academy world, but I read it in a history book once.
Damn.
It was in the library we were in.
Oh yeah. It seems like we have figured out what we're gonna do today. So, is everyone cool with that plan?
Yes.
I will
I
also
just turn to Leo and I just look at Leo and I say, buddy, I somehow feel we are turning more and more like, instead of Lawbringers, we're turning more and more to Al Capone here. And Leo's just gonna look at me and just nod.
Hey, I don't know who this Al Capone guy is you're talking about, but this brick dude has done a lot of bad stuff and he stole things. So we're more like vigilantes.
Okay. So Wyatt finally speaks up and he says, he starts you see him loading magical bullets into his main gun, not the chamber, it would be the magazine. And he's so I don't have a problem killing people, to be clear, that need to die.
We all know that.
But we don't want to just be, we're not vigilantes, to be clear. Like we work for a college and we're here to do an investigation on their behalf. Anything extra, but just so we're clear, like I'm not just a callous murderer. Now the mafia situation is completely different, of course, because there's a lot going on there. But I don't think we should just kill people just to kill them unless there's a good reason. Like a fancy motorcycle is not a reason for me to murder people.
If I may, Frun Wyatt, the Fräulein whom we spoke to the other day with said motorcycle did say, upon saying, when she said that if we went and killed Brick, she would assist us with the samurais. Yeah.
He also stole stuff from the store, that convenience store where the murders happened. He's not a good guy. Also, if your name is Brick, you're probably not a good person.
But I understand all that. But stealing usually doesn't come with a death sentence. Like and whether or not she's willing to assist us with the samurai really doesn't bother me one way or another. I know that we'll come through in the end with or without her. I've got all of you here. Even our drunken companion has returned. So
hey, I'm not drunk
yet.
If you look at Rashmi, he just does. Even his flask he normally carries, he does not have it on him.
Obviously, I'll assist the group with whatever they decide. Wyatt finished loading the magical bullets into both of his guns, and he says, but if you know where this Brick guy is, let's make short work of him then, so we can get on to the next piece, if that's what we've decided.
That's my vote.
Let's see what information we can get from Brick, and then we'll make that judgment of.
Nah, I want his head.
We'll table that for when we get. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But let's try to get info. Let's get some info though first. So it seems that's our first stop of the day, and then we gonna tango with the mafia. So that should later tonight. So that should be a good time.
Ramon, can I talk to you over there? See, Raspberry's like very obviously throwing his neck in one direction.
Sure. Be right back, you guys. And
Frun Rashmi, are you having a seizure?
Oh, my fire has had.
Ramon, make sure Frun Rashmi is not having a seizure. Yeah, we don't need any seizing before we go and we start the killing. Yeah.
Cool. So I'm guessing I guess the two of us find like a separate booth.
We're like 10 feet away.
Okay.
Hey, so that store owner, I know him from a past thing, and he wants Brick's head. And if I get him Brick's head, I lose all of my outstanding warrants in other states.
So that's what it is.
That's why I want him dead.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes a lot of sense now. First, I appreciate you feeling comfortable enough to trust me with this.
It seems like you're the one that's making all the calls right now. So I was like, I might as well tell you because you seem like you're the leader type.
I do my best, but I wouldn't say that I'm the leader. That's neither here nor there. But
Oh no, you're the tall one.
Well, mechanically, that's true. But okay, I understand that. I do have a question, though.
The answer is I didn't do it.
No, I'm not talking about your room.
We're not going to talk about that.
We're going to talk about it, but not right now.
Fuck. What was your question?
So, my question is, so I understand why you need to do it, but how are you planning to should complication? No, I've figured as much as how you're going to off him, but how are you going to? I'm getting the sense that you're not going to tell the rest of the group. So how do you plan on explaining it away, so to speak?
Oh, I'm not. I'm just going to do it. I don't explain things. I just do them. I'm not much of a explainer. I'm a doer.
Okay.
I'm going to try to piss him off and make him hit me first so we all go in the fight. If that doesn't work, I'm just going to hit him. That reminds me. Hey, Dagny?
Yeah.
Hey, can I borrow that bag of colding?
Oh, yeah. Dagny will hop down with his little deep gnome legs and walk over. He's actually walking. He's not floating. And he hands you the bag of holding. And then slowly, while smiling and like staring at you, will slowly like back away, but it looks like he's not walking. He's like he's sliding away. Yeah.
How does he get creepier when he's walking?
It's a medical mystery.
In the background, it sounds like a theremin's playing for an unknown reason.
How does he do that?
I don't know.
I want my own theme music. What the fuck?
Okay. But I'm gonna pretend that you didn't tell me what you just did.
I didn't say shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. But I will say this though. Since you believe me to be the leader, I need you to up until we're ready to execute, so to speak. I need you to let us do our thing first, and then we'll. I guess I'll let you
get all the information you want. But when I say sugar cakes, just know shit's going down.
Cool. All right,
motherfuckers, I'm owning that shit.
And then, of course, I don't have to tell you this, but Ed Ramon kind of takes one of the little silverware and begins to play with it a little bit. I don't really have to tell you this because I think we're on good enough terms. But should your little antics or your impatience get in the way of what needs to be done, not saying it's going to, but just in case, just here's a little reminder. You put anybody else in harm's way for this, we're going to have a little talk. And as he says that, Ramon, like with the smile on his face, just takes the fork and slams it in between, like I would say Rashmi's index and middle finger, like through the middle. And just smiles.
Wow. Thank God I know magic. Turns around and walks away.
Ramon puts his hand on your shoulders. Don't worry, I got you. Just remember our conditions here as he squeezes your shoulder and walks in front to join the rest of the group. All right, so who wants to go visit a brick today?
Me, teacher, me. I do.
All right. As you finish up your breakfast, you clean up. Are any of you taking the newspaper with you? Okay. Just make sure to mark that down.
I'm just going to go grab it. If nobody else did.
I think...
is there more than one newspaper?
Somebody else did? Okay, I wasn't looking up, so I didn't see anything.
It's all good. So we'll say on record, Ramon has the newspaper. He tucked it away in his bag.
Cool. You all head up out of the hotel and walk up the main street. It's a normal day, even with the chaos of what happened last night. Things seem to seemingly come to normal. You will notice up towards where the night market was, you see a lot more police presence as folks are cleaning up and investigating, trying to figure out what happened there. However, you're going up the other fork of the road towards right out the city. And as you walk out of the city, the area you come across is more gravelly and sandy than the regular roads that you're used to. You come upon these buildings, these almost hut-like buildings that are made of sheet metal and wood and just covering up old buildings that were in this area as if they were repairs. Interestingly enough, even in this area, with it being so makeshift, there are still neon signs lining some of the buildings. One indicates a bar, another a Airbnb type deal, shops, such like that. And they all seem to be circling this one more raised structure that, if you didn't know better, you would have thought that is the quote-unquote capital of this little area. And as you walk in, you hear some people talking, very rough voices, glasses shattering, motorcycles revving, and such like that. Rashmi, as you're looking around, this place is definitely a lot more lively than it was last night with y'all in there. As you are looking around and looking for people, you come around a corner, and they're Dee and Lai. They are sitting on a few boxes, just playing cards.
Hey, my boys, how y'all doing?
Not so loud.
Yeah, hey, what did I tell you about drinking too much at night? I didn't tell you anything, but y'all boss back yet?
Yeah. Yeah, let me go get him. And Dee stands up
Beautiful.
and starts walking walks up to that large building in the center. Just to give you an idea, these folks are in, like, muscle shirts, ragged clothing. A couple have, like, leather vests and leather jackets and such as well. These are a rough group of people. Lai turns around as Dee walks away. Lai turns around and simply asks, "You didn't tell me you were going to bring friends this time."
I thought I said I was part of a group.
Yeah, but maybe I really was that drunk and don't remember.
Yeah, you were
saying
pretty
would bring
fucked
them.
up last night. Fucked up trying to hide cards up your sleeve.
Dagny slowly, like, tilts from behind of Rashmi. It's just, hello! And then he, like, slowly disappears back behind Rashmi.
You know what? This is going to sound really weird, but I want you to roll stealth. Yeah, roll stealth on doing that.
And I get to roll it with advantage on 1920. 21.
All right. You pop out and just do the hello, and Lai just jumps 10 feet in the air, spooked out of all hell of you popping out of there. He's just, what the fuck is that thing? You do notice when that happens, a couple other folks in the area start peeking around the corner to see what the heck is going on. What is that ruckus that's just shouted out?
That's my friend, gnome friend. He does that. Get used to it. He will pop up, say hi, and then disappear. And he's just there, man.
Whatever you fucking say. Oh god, that... He's just really spooked by it.
Yup.
You essentially surprised him because he rolled a natural 1 on his perception. So you just scared the shit out of him.
That's Dagny for you.
So, as he starts to calm down, Lai goes, "Anyway, who the fuck are the rest of y'all?
Homies.
Name?"
Sir, don't eyeball me, please. My name's Wyatt. Nice to meet you, sir.
Gentlemen, huh? Get too many of them around these parts. And how about the tall one?
Name's Ramon. It's a pleasure to meet you. And Ramon sticks his hand out.
He looks down at your hand and goes, "I don't shake hands." "And who
Fair
brought
enough.
the dog?" And he goes, "And who brought the dog?"
First of all, his name is Leonidas. And second of all, I brought him. The name's Thorgmir.
Interesting name. An interesting name for your dog. You must be watching some of those classic movies from the 2000s, haven't you?
Let's just say I like reading books.
Oh, a reader. Woo. And that thing that almost made me shit my pants. Who the hell are you?
Oh, you were speaking about me. Dagny kind of pops up from. Were they sitting at a table?
They were sitting essentially on two crates,
Onto
and with another crate to basically make a table.
Okay, all right, cool. So Dagny will kind of hops out from underneath the table, if you will, and he'll be like, yeah, Dagny Hutacrypta, it is a pleasure to meet you. And Dagny will just he'll look around and he'll find some can or something like that he can sit on. Because what race are these individuals?
They are all humanoid. They're actually all either human or human, half elf, and elf.
Okay, cool.
The elf ones do lean more towards dark elves, though.
Okay. Yeah, I just needed to know for size comparison. Why? Yeah. So Dagny will look as he's introducing himself. He'll kind of look around for some can or like a hubcap or something like that, or a rim to use as a seat. And he'll go over and grab it, and then he will start pulling this can, rim, whatever it is, over to the table, but he will make sure that it makes the loudest noise, to which he pulls it up to the table and then hops on it and proceeds to sit at the table. And as he sits at the table, he steeples his fingers, and Weissel, of course, comes up on his shoulder, and he goes, "And this is Weissel, yeah."
Lionel looks at you and he goes, "Wait, did you say Hutacrypta?"
Yeah, Hutacrypta of the Hutacrypta family, yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Your funeral home actually took care of my grandmother back in the day.
Happy that we made one of the saddest moments of your life one of the better moments of your life, because any bit of sadness that can be made into goodness is goodness made out of sadness. Yeah, that is one thing we say at the Hutacrypta funeral home. Yeah. Did you take advantage of the complimentary floral arrangements? Yeah.
Oh yes, totally. They were beautiful. I love how you put all those roses in the shape of her family crest, actually.
That is my sister. She is the flower arranger. Yeah. But do not think that she does not know her way around how to take down some knockwurst. Yeah, because you can pack away the knockwurst.
I bet. That was my only time out to Germany.
Yeah, well, we have not been back in the homeland for quite a bit, yeah. But hopefully soon we will return, although I am being saddled with the opening up more Hutacrypta funeral homes across here, yeah.
Oh, where are you based now?
We are based in a small town by the name of Boston, yeah.
Oh. And you just see he's just, you're hitting the big time.
Well, I wouldn't say the big time, but I guess for funeral homes, it is a big thing, yeah. But I have been saddled with coming out and looking and finding new properties, yeah, for a good location for the Hutacrypta funeral homes, yeah.
If I got any more bodies I need to bury, I'll hit you up, alright?
And I will be sure to make them look nice and pretty.
He gives out a chuckle as you say that.
To which, out of nowhere, he pulls out like a little tea plate and teacup and like starts to sip.
He looks at you, pull it out, and goes, "Alright, I don't want to know where that's been." And as he says that, you all see the doors of the main building swing open. And as this large man comes walking out, flanked by D and another one of the members of this little mini city. He is wearing just a leather vest, gloves that go down to his elbow. It almost looks like the gloves even go further past it, but that is just a tattoo if you look closer. He has tattoos all over him, including his face and his bald head. You notice that he has a mechanical leg, so he does have prosthetic leg. And you also notice that around his neck, there what looks like from afar, a USB drive. which, if you remember, looks pretty similar to that of the convenience store owner of what he described. And he comes walking out there, and Dee goes, like, right over there. We met the one in the front last night. He came over while we were watching the area. Presently doesn't drink.
Not anymore. I still drink. Just I'm taking a break. Tolerance break.
Brick kind of walks about 5 feet closer and takes what he had lit cigar in his mouth, and he goes, "If you don't drink, do you smoke?" He pulls out another cigar and basically uses the mechanics on his leg to essentially spark and light it, and hands it over to you. I only get the good shit.
That's a good Cuban cigar. Damn.
So,
When he sparks up that cigar, Thorgrimir will just take a sniff of the smoke that's in the air in Havana.
You want some of this? Looking at Thorgrimir and
If he offers one, I'm not going to say no.
here, take a puff of mine. Here you go.
I don't think it's a little too expensive to just be handed out. Now, my friends here tell me you were looking for me.
That I was Mr. Bricksart. I'll be honest. I just really need what's on your neck. That's about it. That USB thingy.
This whole thing. Yeah, this is a memento of my first and actually last job here in the city. Don't really wanna part with it. And as he says that, you see as a couple more of the members of this area are popping out to see just what is going on.
Wyatt just looks up and these motherfuckers better stop eyeballing me. He looks over at his good friend and wonders what the status of the emotions of his barbarian mate are currently.
So, Ramon is as calm and collective as he can be. He steps up and, still a respectful distance away, looks up at him and says, "We have some business to discuss, and I'd rather not air out your dirty laundry in front of everyone." And he kind of leans in closer to whisper, "Especially if it has to do with your ex, Maru."
Oh, you mean that bitch? What you should have said. Oh, what is the broad up to these days?
I'd be happy to discuss, but let's do it somewhere more private, away from prying eyes.
Everyone here knows my story.
Are you sticking to it? Yeah. Finger guns from Dagny.
Oh, jeez.
Where the fuck?
As if you look around at the rest of the crowd, that was slightly tense because they don't know what's going on. They don't know if this is anything. Almost like a sigh of relief come off of them. Oh, these guys are nothing. So now you've seen them relax and they're like, oh, now we're here just to watch the show. And not really protection or anything. Brick looks at you and goes, let me guess. She told you she wants my head.
More or less, we never agreed to anything, but we could take it into consideration, depending on if you want to work with us or not.
Oh, every week we get one or two of y'all people who she snatched up and sent after me. She just doesn't give up.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, so what exactly did you do to piss her off so much?
What did I do? Oh man, what did I do? Because, as far as I remember, she was the one that betrayed us. She was the one that decided that she had to be all goody two-shoes and leave. And instead of helping the people who've raised her and gave her shelter and gave her family, go help out some street bums?
Hey, I'm all for this conversation, and I might even take a break from my tolerance break of drinking if you want to go have this discussion somewhere inside, not in front of everybody. Mostly because all this open space makes me feel a little uncomfortable because I already have to deal with the little one scaring me, and I don't want nothing else popping up.
Ah, he looks around at everybody, and you see they've all like taken seats, lounging back, and like having a shot or two. I don't think anyone's gonna surprise you here, buddy.
I don't know, man. We already got to deal with those lightning lizards.
Oh, those things. Oh, were those you guys last night?
It wasn't me. I was over here playing cards with your boys.
So I've heard. So I've heard. Which is why? And he pulls back his coat a bit, and we all come to you unarmed, no intentions of hurting. We've heard your story. You are our guests. Also, our houses are pretty fucking filthy, so we don't really have places to really sit down. Now,
so I'm a bounty hunter, right, or something like that. Yeah, I'm a bounty hunter of some sort. Like I assume I know that he says he doesn't have a weapon, but like I'm assuming that he either is a weapon or he kicks people because he's got a mechanical leg. So Wyatt doesn't really believe that he's unarmed, and he just assumes that all of these people have weapons too, or there's weapons nearby or whatever. But I also have the Tinker's Tools skill use. What do I know about his leg based on like just observing him move around with it?
go ahead and roll. What is this going to be? Go ahead and roll an investigation check, and I'll let you roll it with advantage since you have Tinker's Tools.
Oh, that's good because I'm not super adept. All right, rolling it twice. Oh, that's not bad. That is a 10.
A 10 total?
A 10 total. That's because I rolled an 11,
Mm-hmm.
and that brings it down to a 10.
All right. It looks like the leg is strictly for mobility purposes. From where you're standing, you don't notice any sort of anywhere in that where it would transform or hide any sort of explosives or weapons or anything like that in there. You can see that there is some hydraulics. You can definitely tell the hydraulics that are in there. But besides that, without getting closer and like uncomfortably up close, you're not going to be able to glean anything more.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'm completely good with that. So I'm just like, so Wyatt is just, I think I'm basically moving through this conversation. I'm moving towards like a wall, right, to lean against, because I'm just mostly waiting to see when I have to start shooting.
All right.
Or like when somebody when something is going to pop off here, because he's clearly not going to hand this thing over. And so anyway, so yeah, I'm just letting you know that I'm leaning against a wall and keeping an eye on everybody around me.
All right.
Can I make a perception check on the people around us? See if I can like catch a glimpse of a blade or something that they're trying to hide.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, let me pull up my skills real quick. Perception. You idiot, that's persuasion, not perception.
Hey, talk nicely about yourself.
I kind of
superheroes
can't.
here. We're all fantastic people here.
21.
Nice. Looking around, you don't notice anything on anybody. They don't show any signs that they are concealing anything. Looking at the spaces around them, you don't see any weapons, any knives, any guns, or really anything. From what you can observe from where you're at and looking around, they're telling the truth. They are unarmed.
Okay.
Mr. Brick, you're the one in charge of this quite nice community over here. But what do you know more about the other not so good around town? You know, the other named factions that kind of roam around here.
Sleeping Samurai, yeah.
Yeah, them.
Sips tea.
Yes. Oh, the sleeping samurai. Oh, sometimes whoever it is, if it's one or more people, I have no idea. They're making it a little easier. it's odd because some of these bigwigs, some of these important people that they've been taken out, seem aren't those we are trying to get stuff from ourselves. Old Robin Hood style. And you hear as he says that, everyone kind of chuckles around him.
So they're an assassination group? They're killing people? Bigwigs?
Hi. The past few murders were a business owner, a politician, and what was the last one? And one of the former mayors. And that fourth person who's died? Who knows what they're gonna turn up to be? Maybe it's a CEO. Ooh, maybe it's an infant. But
Interesting.
until that body's found, we'll never know. But whoever this sleeping samurai is, they probably have a lot more reasons to go straight for the throat than we do. We just want to talk.
Do you know how we can get in contact with them?
If I knew, I'd tell you. Because they would be a great help with at least one of my plans. But also, they'd be great protection for the rest of us.
That plan would not have anything to do with resurrecting a dragon, would it? Sips tea.
You hear, as you say that, the sounds of both laughter and pure confusion from around y'all. Resurrecting a dragon? Buddy, we ain't no cult. Oh, you're talking about that weird shit that was happening down in Austin, huh?
Yeah, that weird shit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't have anything to do with that. Apparently some of those fuckers decided to show up around here and they got run out of town. Pretty funny how well they ran with the tail between their legs from the fucking city folk. A couple of them ended up in here as well, and let's say they won't be coming around our parts. A little too embarrassed to return, I'd say. If they survived, headed back to the shore in their own birthday suits.
You still have their stuff?
Yeah, how do you think we made some of these clothes?
What besides clothes, what else do they have on them?
What else? Oh, component pouches, basic wands and staves. They were really weak fucking mages.
I just, really quick, whenever Brick laughs, Dagny is going to laugh. He's going to do his laugh, but he's going to hold it for just an uncomfortable second after Brick ends when he laughs. Sips tea.
I'm thinking of something, but no. So yeah, now we don't have anything to do with them. And the sleeping samurai seem to not touch us and look at us. We have nothing to take.
I'm gonna look towards Ramon. Man, I can really go for some sugar cakes right now.
Ramon just looks over and says, "Last chance, and no one has to get hurt."
Man, I just want some sugar cakes down.
Takes a step back and he goes, "What the fuck? That attitude changed quick. Hell y'all
Yeah.
want?"
Ramon looks over at Rashmi. "One more chance before I let you run wild."
Y'all can't. This is bad podcasting, but y'all who are listening can't see it. But the slowest, creepiest smile just came onto Minnie's face after he said that.
Just let me know if you have any sugar cakes on you.
Ramon turns back. Ramon,
Really, I'm
go ahead.
sorry. Was everyone clued into the sugar cakes thing, or was that just Ramon?
That was just Ramon.
Mhm. So Ramon goes
Go
closer.
ahead. Go ahead, Mikey.
It's okay. Ramon goes closer to Brick and kind of whispers in his ear, "I told you I wanted to talk in private, but since you want to put on a show for all your people, either you give my friend what he's looking for from you, or let's just say I'm not responsible for what he does next."
And he goes, "So all you're coming for is this?"
Yep.
And my ex and Maru wants my head.
We
She
didn't say anything
does.
about that. I just wanted the
Yeah.
thing around your neck.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you this if you bring Maru to me.
Wyatt shoots him in the head.
Oh shit!
Damn it. Wyatt.
Like Wyatt literally draws his gun and shoots him in the head.
All right.
Is there any opportunity to quell his bloodlust before he shoots?
No, literally when I'll tell you what, because like whenever anybody so far in this campaign, when anybody said I'll tell you what, that's usually before they try to fuck me over. So Wyatt, like when he says that, like Wyatt literally draws his gun and shoots him in the head. That's what he's saying those words, and then I just literally just go bang, because that's usually like him saying that he's going to cast a spell on me. He's going to initiate the combat, but that's not how it's going to happen. Why? So yeah, that's what.
So basically, it's all right. So I tell you what, bam.
Yeah.
Okay. First thing. Oh, Ramon, you had something?
I wanted to ask the DM a question, and feel free to say no. So, what I'm imagining is that Ramon's back is his back is turned facing Wyatt, so he can't really see this, but he hears the gunshot go. Is there a slight possibility that, I don't know, your discretion, whatever you want, is there a chance that as soon as Ramon hears that, he kind of tries to guess to step in front of the path of the bullet, so to speak, and take the hit, protecting Brick?
There's no way that I would shoot Ramon. Like I would literally lucky number 11 that bullet around you to shoot this dude.
So, here's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Ramon, I want you to roll perception against Wyatt's sleight of hand.
Okay.
Because if you notice it before he gets it off, I will say that you can successfully get in front of it. If he beats you, the shot goes for Brick.
Okay. So I rolled, so that is going to be a nat 20 plus 4 for a 24.
Yeah, you beat me. I only got a 22.
So, here's what's going to happen.
If his back is turned to me, like how is that even possible with my quick draw? I mean, that's literally my whole my class feature. If he was looking right at me, but if his back is turned to me, like how is he going to step in front of why wouldn't Wyatt just take a 5-foot step and shoot around him?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm not, it's up to you. But if you want to say that he could somehow supernaturally know that I'm about to do what I'm going to do, but I literally have quick draw.
He does. That's the thing. And I forgot about that, and I do apologize.
I'm not trying to throw a thing in your Ramon. I just am wondering how you would possibly get in front of the bullet if your back is turned to me.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my class features, and this is not a deck save because I was going to make an argument for danger sense, but that's not how mechanically it works. No, that's fair.
That Wyatt would never shoot you, so like you probably feel safest when you're in his gaze.
No,
All
yeah.
right.
So if that's what you want to do, Chris, then I'm all for it. No hard feelings. I just figured I'd try something.
Hey, you tried something, and I actually I'm going to take Wyatt's end of things, just given the fact of his abilities and how quick he would be able to get that out and how quietly he'd be able to get that out. So, if this is what you're going to do, before you will get the first round, but I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative and hop on into Forge.